What's up guys, Senaid here from codingpassiveincome.com. In today's video I'll talk about MySQL Aggregate Functions. Those functions will help us to calculate something in the database or define something specific. So for example, we can use them to calculate average value of one column for all rows in the database. We can use it to find a sum, to find largest and the smallest number, and so on. So let me show you how to do that. So now I'm here at my PC and I'm going to show you some useful aggregate functions. As you can see here, I have already opened my workbench. I have executed two commands. First one is to use membership system database, and the second one is to select everything from the watched movies. And I did that just to show you what columns we have inside this table and what data we have. So I have also written here some questions, something that it can happen that you need to know in real life, so it's not just for testing this. And let's go one by one. So the first question is, how many hours do I need to spend to watch all movies? As you can see down below inside this table, we have movie length, and now it will be very useful if we have functions, something that will automatically calculate the sum of all these videos. So let's just try now to do something like select sum movie length from watched movies, and let's see what will happen. So as you can see here, we have 889.30 minutes. So now the question is how many hours. So now we want to use something to calculate the hours, so we will just divide this by 60 and let's execute this. So as you can see here, we have 14 hours 82 minutes. But the thing is, if we execute this again, you can see that some movies have been watched multiple times. So for example, Captain America has been watched a lot of times, and many others. So we need to filter that and only get one time movie. So I will write it again. Now let's say something like select some distinct movie length, and if we execute now, you can see that now we have 8 hours and 95 minutes in comparison to 14 hours, which is huge difference. So as you can see, we have used sum function to sum everything. We have divided by 60 to get hours, and also we use the word distinct just to filter duplicates, and we'll get only one time results. So now if you can see this result, it's in the column name is sum distinct movie length divided by 60. But how do we change that name? We need to add something like as num hours, for example, and let's execute now. As you can see now, the column name is num hours and we have 8 hours and 95 minutes. So that is very useful function. Let's go to another one. On average, how much time I have spent to watch the movie? That is the question from the user ID with 1. So how much time? So let's execute again this, and now you can see movie length and user ID equal 1. So we will say something like select average movie length as on average from watched movies, where ID equal, no, user ID equal 1. So let's execute, and we have got that he watched 79 minutes and 35 seconds. So we can also divide that by 60, and he watched 1 hour and 32 minutes on average. Let's go to another one. The question is, how many movies has being watched by user with ID equal 1. So now we need to count all rows with the user ID equal 1. So for something like that, we are going to use count function. So select count, and he will say everything from watched movies where user ID equal 1. Let's execute, and now we can see it's 6. Okay, very simple. The another question is how many movies has been watched once by user with ID. So as you can guess, we need to use the word distinct again. So let's do it. And I will say here distinct, and for example title, because this is something that will cause that we remove duplicates in the title. So select count distinct title from watched movies where user ID equal 1. And now we have here mistake. So it's always important that you have this down below so you can analyze this. Okay. Let's see what's wrong. We have missing the column here. Okay, it always can happen. Okay, so it works now. Let's now try again. So count distinct title from watched movies where user ID equal 1, and don't forget column. And now it's 5, and before was 6. So let's see, is that correct? We can see that here that user with ID equal 1 watched Captain America, The Nice Guys, The Jungle Book, Sing Streak, Deadpool, and the Captain America again. So if we remove one duplicate, it will be that he only watched 5. Okay, so let's go again. How many times the movie Captain America has been watched? So good question. Let's say select count everything from watched movies where title equal Captain America. We execute, it's not 4. Okay, so those are all the different versions of the count function, and we also use where statement just to filter data. Okay, so how many times the movie Captain America has been watched by user with ID equal 1. Okay, so now we will do, I will just copy paste this. Sorry. And here we also say title equal Captain America and user ID equal 1. So it needs to have the title Captain America and also user ID needs to be equal 1. So let's see. And it's number 2 as we already know. Okay, cool. How many movies has been watched once by user with ID equal 1? We have already answered this question. Sorry. So how much time do I need to spend to watch the longest video? For something like that, we will use max function. So let's say select max movie length from watched movies. Let's execute, and it's 147 minutes. Okay, and let's see, the last question is how much time do I need to spend to watch the shortest video, and for that we will use min function to find the lowest, and it's 25 minutes and 55 seconds. So guys, that is pretty much it. Those are the sum, average, min, max, and count function. They are very useful function, and I hope so that you are able to see some real usage of those. So if you have any question, please comment below and I will be more than happy to answer it. and also please like and share this video. So until the next time, bye bye.